April is Financial Literacy Month. With interest rates at historic lows, it is a great time to think about buying a new home or refinancing the one you're already living in. But before you take any leap like that, Karen Jenkins has tips to make sure you are successful in today's women, wisdom, and wealth. And Karen, we had to start with education. You've got to learn the process.
You need to learn the process, and there's a wonderful website, mbaa.org, sponsored by the National Mortgage Bankers Association, that actually walks you through the steps, who's involved, who are the players, so that you kind of understand exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Well, that's right, because a lower interest rate may not be better for you once you add on fees and other things that may come into play. You've got to take a look at the big picture, not just that one small piece.
The big picture, who are the players, the lender, the title insurance company, the attorney, what roles are they playing. So you want to make sure you have all those pieces in place to make sure you make the best choices.
Talk about the importance of knowing your rights. That's our second step, and we'll talk about an event coming up tied to this a little bit later, but this is important as a consumer as well.
As a consumer, what you want to do is make sure that you understand what the rules and guidelines are, so that if your rights are violated, you'll actually be able to recognize that and report it to the appropriate agencies
in a timely manner. You also say create a before and after budget.
Most people, when they go in to buy a house, they're thinking, okay, yes, I have to buy this house, because this is what I'm doing when I'm in the apartment. But what happens when you buy that house, and what additional expenses will you have to incur? There are differences between if you got an established house versus a brand new house. You have to buy curtains and window treatments. You have to buy things for the lawn. So there's some additional expenses. So I recommend taking the budget that you will have in the future and try to live on that budget to make sure that you can actually sustain that over a duration of time.
And how important is a reserve account?
You have to have a reserve account. A lot of people get very excited about buying that house, and they say, okay, well, I have $6,000 in the bank, but a good portion of that might have to go down for your down payment. So when you close, you actually end up with $0 in the bank. That is not a good idea. You need to make sure that you have at least 3 months of household expenses reserved after you sign on that dotted line, so that you have things for emergencies, or if something comes up that you don't have to resort to credit or trying to decide what you're going to pay.
Yeah, very